I'm here with Mark Nelson of Rio Grande, and we're talking about asymmetry today. And you've brought with you a really exquisite pair of earrings. What do we call them?
We call them fire and ice, kind of a play on words of promoting that asymmetry with the fire and the ice, two opposing forces. Gives it a lot of energy and a lot of flair.
Right. You know what I like about them? They're simple, yet explosive and beautiful at the same time.
Exactly.
Like fireworks.
And they're fun to do, too.
Yeah,
very simple.
We like that. Now, tell us a little bit about the tools you use to get started with it.
First of all, I'm going to choose a wire that has some stiffness to it, so that later on I can take the wire and splay it out and give it some energy.
Right. So you want something that's a little bit more
a little
sturdy.
stiffer.
Yeah.
A little stiffer. And it has a lot of color. I picked red because it went with the fire theme of the earrings. And
the fun thing about it is that there's so many different colors that we can choose from, so you can really kind of go into your creativity.
Exactly. This is such a simple project that you can combine all kinds of different colors and shapes of stones or beads.
Okay, so what are you doing now?
Well, I do need 3 pieces for each earring, about 2.5 inches long.
Okay.
So, and it doesn't have to be exact.
Yeah.
We're going to cut 3 real quick.
Okay. Now, I think it would be kind of fun, too, if you used, you know, maybe different colors.
Certainly.
In one pair of earrings, too, which would be
You could
good.
even do like
nice options.
You could even do one called tie-dye and do a whole bunch of different colors.
Oh.
And that would be fun, too.
Yeah, that would be fun. Okay, so you've cut your 3 pieces.
I've cut my 3 pieces. Now what I need to do is pick a crimp that I can pass all 3 pieces through the crimp twice.
Okay. So it's a little bit wider.
Right. And you want to get the ends all stacked together at the end, and try and get them through the crimp. There.
Wow. Impressive.
Once you get it about halfway, you want to push the crimp up so that you have room to get the other end back through the hole.
Okay.
And if you're lucky, you can get it on the first try. So you can do something like that.
Wow.
Once you get that, you can go into, you want to pull the ends through, but you want to do it in an uneven way.
Okay.
You want to promote that asymmetry.
Right.
And give it, the more asymmetric it is, the more energy you'll have. So once we have that, you want to go ahead and crimp the end. And since I'm going to put a bead cover on, I'm going to go ahead and just use a pair of flat nose pliers and squish them.
So you're just crimping it in a different way instead of using
Technically
a crimper to do
yeah,
that.
and these are going to be covered with a crimp cover, so it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. That's perfect.
And that step's done. And then you're going to start adding beads. And since there are essentially 6 ends, you're going to end up with, you can do 3 of one color, or you can do 1, you can do 6 different colors.
Yeah, with the tie-dye one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be the next project.
And for this one, I use a crimp that's a 2mm crimp.
Okay.
And I'm going to just squish it with a flat nose. And the reason why I'm doing the flat nose and not using crimping pliers is I want that flat look.
Okay.
And I'm not going to cover them.
Part of the asymmetry.
Right. And there's a little bit of wire left right there at the end. I'm just going to take that and clean it off.
Okay.
Pick another one. Now, if I'm going through this and I find that, you know, they all look about the same, and I want to adjust it, I can take one and go ahead and just shorten it.
Oh, okay.
And play with it that way.
Because you actually want it to be a little bit staggered.
Exactly. Gives it more energy.
Yeah.
And these are about fireworks, so.
That's right. No 2 are alike, which is good.
Let's see if I can get this on there.
I like the use of the crystals, too.
Yeah, they're very reflective. I like the Aurora Borealis coating on the clear ones.
Like a
'cause
rainbow.
Exactly, and it's a little more like an ice crystal.
Right.
So I'll put that on.
It's perfect.
And you can see it, and trim it off. You can, like that.
Okay. Yep.
And I have one more.
One more we get to do.
And I think I'll go with a red one.
Go with the
And
red
that
one.
would promote the more asymmetric.
Yes, because if you
feeling
had 3
to
and
it.
3 or 4
Right.
and 4, we don't want that.
No, it's too balanced.
Terrific.
And squish, and clip, and we're done with that part.
Good.
And really, you just put a little French ear wire on here. And it's just like opening a jump ring. You can see that it has a swirl to it and an open end. All we need to do is Okay, take it, and with one hand, and you want to twist open. You never want to pull open, but twist.
Okay. Now, what kind, is that silver?
This
the
is
type
all-
of metal?
It's all sterling silver.
Okay.
Um,
What's nice is that if you were to have gold, that
Definitely.
would change it completely as well. So that would add just a completely different element to
exactly.
it.
And the silver and gold can be combined. You could do gold crimps with a silver ear wire or vice versa. You could alternate the crimps on the end with gold and silver and really take it up a notch.
That's right. And then you could even, you know, like how you use the red wire, if you use a completely different color wire too with it. It's taken
Exactly.
different. We're all
And-
about mixing it up today.
It is. It's all about asymmetry, and that's what it's all about. And here's a crimp cover,
Okay.
and I'm going to start this off by just pinching it closed.
Mm-hmm.
My big fingers.
Oh, so you're not even using a tool for that?
Not yet.
Not yet.
The more tool I use, the more it's going to mark the silver.
Oh, that's why silver's maybe
It's a little
softer.
softer.
Yeah.
And if
That's
your
true.
tools, if there's a nick in your tool, then that's transferred to the bead. or
That's
to
a
the
really
cover.
good tip. Mm-hmm.
And so I just very gently rotate it and bring it in together.
Look at that. Now, what about if you use maybe pliers with a plastic cover? Would that be
Those
better?
work good too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause that's another option for you if you're not strong enough.
exactly. And we have
Wow.
it perfect. Now, one of the things that we want to do is get some more energy, and that's the reason we use the stiffer wire, is that we can kind of, you know,
Now you just play with it.
play with it and get them to kind of spread out like the fireworks would.
That's perfect.
So,
Let's take a look again at the pair that you brought us, and you can see this is a good example of asymmetry. And be creative. Maybe use, you know, gold hooks, different color in the wire. Well, Mark, that was great.
No, thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
thank you.
Up next, we're going to go on location.